Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special announcement here with the Intercounty Baseball League. My name is Jackson Farough, joined today by the Commissioner of the IBL, John Kastner. Now, as we're in the midst of a third wave here in Ontario, fans, management, players alike in the IBL, stakeholders want to know where are we at right now and how has this third wave affected the IBL and the potential return to play plans this summer. So, cutting to the chase here, John, I hope you're doing well. How much has the third wave derailed the league's hopes to start on June 3rd here?
Well, for two things, it certainly derailed our hopes of starting June 3rd. Our regular season would historically start first week of May. We put it back to the first week of June. Certainly this new uptick in the pandemic has delayed our start. On the other hand, the positive part about that is that, with the rollout of vaccines, like this week, for example, we're over 100,000 administered a day, and more volume coming in, more supply coming in. It's made us even more optimistic longer term that we're going to have something that resembles a fairly normal season. What we've done is we've certainly abandoned the idea of a June 3rd, even a June 15th start. And we've really come up with two other scenarios, which is, the end of June, where we'd still be the end of June, where we'd be the 1st of July and July 15th. And we've come up with three scenarios, a schedule, and then a modified playoff format that would fall inside that window.
Now, how flexible do you think you can be with those contingency plans that you mentioned?
Well, the thing about us is, we're an 8-team league. We're all in the same time zone. We don't have any bubbles. We don't have international travel. So my feeling is we can be very nimble, that we can make changes, in sort of 48-hour periods if need be. Not a lot of other people are using our parks this year. And as far as flexibility goes, historically, we've been done Labor Day weekend, all done. We've given out the trophy Labor Day weekend. What we're looking at now is playing regular season into Labor Day weekend, and then a modified playoff schedule where maybe we only have 4 teams, and the first round's a best of 3 and the second round's a best of 5. And we may change that in September. We may get to the month of September and say, hey, weather's not very good. Let's make this a best of 3. We'll make the next round a best of 5. So we're very flexible.
Now, for everyone out there listening, do you know kind of how quickly we could see that revised schedule when needed?
Yeah, we've really got 3 schedules done. Yep. They're done in pencil. There'll be a little bit of jockeying around, but let's be honest, we've had a year. We've had a year since we pulled the plug on this, which was sort of last May, June maybe. And when we rolled around into December, we realized that there may be some issues here. This isn't going to get solved as quick as we hoped. So that's when we came up with these contingencies. And Herb Morrell, our schedule maker, and myself have used this time off to come up with some what I think are really good contingencies.
Yeah, and with the IBL being a gate-driven league, right, 100% capacity is always ideal. Right. But is there sort of a number or a percentage of fans that you're targeting for the season at this point?
Yeah, I think it's going to vary park by park, but certainly the number we're talking about is sort of 300 is sort of the make or break number for us. We also appreciate this is not going to be a banner year for us financially. This is we got to play, we got to have presence sort of year. So, if there was 300 fans in Labatt Park or in Welland, Kitchener, that'd be a tough night, crowd-wise. We'd love to have 300 fans, and the feeling is that we can make it go with 300 fans.
Now, at this point, how are you, consulting with medical professionals and scientific professionals as well?
Yeah, so we were very fortunate in retaining a guy who we named our Chief Medical Officer of Health for the IBL, Dr. Tim Rushbacher. Dr. Tim is very well respected. He regularly liaises with the province, other medicals who offer health, the medical community. I also sit on the board of the Ontario Hockey Federation, which is a branch of Hockey Canada. He's our medical officer of health. He's a consultant in the National Hockey Players Association. and he agreed to help out the IBL and construct our return to play plan. And that's underway. He's doing it in consult with the province, and it's a great resource for us. And it will, once this gets cleared up a little bit, we'll have a good plan that the province will like, that they've had part of. They've been party to its drafting, and I think that's going to be very helpful for us.
Now, with the OHL and CFL obviously releasing some statements this recently about where they're at, in the OHL's case, they've ended their return to play plans. What makes the IBL different than those leagues, and specifically Ontario-based leagues such as the CEBL, OHL, even the Frontier League?
Well, the big thing for us is there's two things that really operate in our favor. Number one, we don't have any international travel. Mm-hmm. So we have no issue with crossing the border. That was certainly a barrier for the OHL, I suspect. And it's also a barrier for the Frontier League. The other thing about us compared to hockey is we're outdoors. Yeah. And there's no question that every scientific expert in this field, epidemiologists, all say the possibility of transmission is greatly reduced in an outdoor venue. We've still got things like clubhouses to deal with. We've still got things like the dugout to deal with. But by and large, from a fan perspective, we're much preferred shape. And we don't cross the border. That's the thing about us. We don't have any international travel, and in most cases, we're sort of all in southern Ontario. Some spots are hotter than others, but I think the biggest thing for us that's going in our favor is we're not starting until July 1. And when you look at 100,000 or 150,000 vaccines a week, and we're 8 weeks away, that sort of gets Ontario to a pretty good number.
Oh, that would be some Canada Day, wouldn't it?
It would be great. It would be great.
Now, do you have a message for the players, staff, fans as we continue to fight COVID-19 in Ontario? It's obviously the hardships are really devastating right now. Do you have any messages just as we kind of wrap up this announcement for IBL fans?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think that I share a lot of, I share some optimism. This has been an awful year. And for me to say that it's been awful for the IBL is really discounts the tragedies that a lot of families have experienced. Yeah. The problems of the IBL are incredibly insignificant compared to what people have gone through. That said, there was going to be, as you mentioned, from Canada Day on, I think it's going to be a great period of time. People are going to be glad to get together. Players are going to be glad to play. Fans are going to be glad to go to the park, to see each other, to watch live sports. And we're really excited about being part of that. We are doing a lot of work now in April to be ready to put out something that's really great in July.
Well, the work certainly doesn't go unnoticed, and let's hope for positivity in the future on the horizon. John, thanks so much for your time, and I'm sure we'll have another discussion here as things unfold.
Thanks as always, Jackson. Appreciate it very much.